43% of the world's entrepreneurs are women, and the numbers are rising. This video will share grant opportunities that you as a woman entrepreneur can access across the globe. I've raised millions in dollars in my career, and after we see these lists of grants, I'll share with you some of my pro tips to help you select the best grants for your situation. Because I started this channel out of my passion to empower you to become a strong contender for grant dollars. So here we go. Let's start with funds that are available almost everywhere in the world. Funds for Companies is a global list of grant funds available for startup businesses, but also provides links to other services from accelerators to mentorship. Women Who Tech supports women-owned healthcare technology businesses. The Cartier Women's Initiative awards grants to women entrepreneurs in 7 regions that cover most of the globe. By the way, every website I mention is linked in the description below. In Africa, here's a website that posts 25 grant opportunities for business startups across the African continent. This website shows South Africa at the top of the page, but this extensive list spans the continent. Grants are part of the funding mix. In Asia, sorry for the slight change in audio here. The Terra Viva Grants Directory includes grants in these 5 categories of funding. These grants are for startups. They are exclusive to Singapore, but if you are there, there is much information to be had here. In Australia, the Australian government has created this extensive grant and programs finder search tool that will walk you through many categories to narrow down many grant opportunities to those that are most likely to support your situation. In Canada, Startup Canada has a Startup Women category with an extensive PDF of funds and supports available. And the Canadian government likewise has an extensive grants list, especially to help scale up businesses for international trade. In the European Union, WeGate is a community of women entrepreneurs across the EU, and grants are a part of the mix. This Startup Europe webpage lists several funding options, including grants. And the EU offers an annual prize for women innovators. In India, Startup India has an academy for women entrepreneurs. Grants are part of this wraparound initiative. Here is another list of support options that includes grants, financing, and mentoring options. In the UK, the United Kingdom government has a business funding search page. Select the grant option. There is also a network of local enterprise partnerships, or LEPs. Click your location on this map to find available options. The Innovate UK initiative has a startup grant category, but take time to read these instructions carefully for eligibility and timing. In the United States, perhaps most well known is the Small Business Administration, or SBA. Like many of the resources I've already mentioned, grants are part of a package of supports, including loans and government contracts. SBA grants are generally intended to help a business grow into international markets or support research and development projects that have a high potential for commercialization. There are multiple grant options for women entrepreneurs outside of government sources. The National Association for the Self-Employed awards up to $4,000 for small business growth. 2 companies, NAV and FedEx, offer up to $50,000 in small business grants in the form of a contest. Instructions linked below. The Local Initiatives Support Corporation, or LISC, pools public and private dollars together to target communities that face a gap in growth opportunities. Moving on to my top pro tips that you need before writing that grant for your startup. Have a complete business plan and growth goals. Grant funders want to know in writing and data how their grant dollars will get your business to the next level of growth. If you are not to that stage yet, then you might consider mentoring and/or a low-dollar loan to get started. More information on mentors in just a minute. Do you have time to apply for grants and write their reports? Grants are often called free money because they don't have to be paid back, but grants will cost you in time, lots of it. You also have to watch their schedule. Why? Because if you miss the deadline, you miss the opportunity. Watch out for scams. They take billions of dollars for businesses every year.
Simply put, if you receive a surprise text or email offering you grant money in exchange for a processing fee and your personal information, then you know this is a scam. Women entrepreneurs, that is not how grants work. And the final pro tip, don't go it alone. There are business mentors out there who will not charge for sharing their expertise. In the U.S., check in with the Service Corps of Retired Executives, or SCORE. Check the link below for mentoring by and for women entrepreneurs. Globally, many of the websites mentioned in this video and linked below include mentoring options in their mix of opportunities. But here is one more that is targeted to the smallest of businesses serving people in great need. Mentors International provides mentoring and some funding, linked below. Well, that was a quick trip around the world of grants for women entrepreneurs. You can see how many options there are, and that grants are often just one part of a comprehensive business support package. I'm Tiffany, and thank you for watching Grant Chatter. See you in the next video.